And the players getting reacquainted prior to the tip. A pretty loose atmosphere out there. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. Hello, everyone. Great to have you with us. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. A quick check now of the starting lineups for both teams. First, for the Nets, Deron Williams and Joe Johnson at the 1 and 2. And inside out of Stanford University, a skilled post scorer with tremendous size, the 7-footer, Brook Lopez. Then it's Pierce, and it's Garnett in at the 4. And for Miami, Chalmers and D. Wade are the guards. And playing at the 5, the always versatile 6'11" star big man, able to score inside and out, Chris Bosh. Then it's LeBron James, and it's Haslem in at the 4 slot.
You know, we talked about the Nets' deliberate pace of play earlier. One of the benefits of playing a slower game is that they rarely were in foul trouble. When you build a team around stars as they have, you want to make sure that they're on the court as much as possible.
Now here's Williams. That's good. Williams has got the opening basket of the game for the Nets.
They get the first bucket of the game there.
And I think it's going to be a good one.
Chalmers dishes to Wade. Back to Chalmers. Wade outside. Good ball movement here by the Heat. LeBron kicks to Wade.
You can see the eye contact there. Gave a little nod and then burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
No doubt, Clark. A pair of teammates with a terrific feel for each other out on the floor.
And what a play to make it a close game, a potential momentum builder.
On defense, the Heat. Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
I had a chance to talk with the head coach for Brooklyn. The phrase superstar gets tossed around the league a lot these days, but that is how he described Dwayne Wade. He said that D. Wade's the guy we'll be giving the most attention to because he can function either as a playmaker or a scorer, saying no matter what he chooses to do, he can hurt you. We have to be ready for everything. Easier said than done, guys.
Always great to hear from you, Doris. Now here's Williams. Back to Johnson. Feeds to Garnett. Chris Bosh with the rebound. They can trade 2 for 1 here.
Yeah, that's the right move. Get a good possession here, play defense, and get one more opportunity to score.
Haslem. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. Haslem's got his first basket.
And that assist earned him a little nod from his teammate after the basket.
And so just over a minute and a half played. Williams passes to Pierce. And the Nets miss again. Poked loose. And here's Wade. And the foul called on Joe Johnson. That's his first foul.
They tried to step in and cut him off, but just not quick enough.
And we have the benefit of replay, but I think they got that one right, which is the case most times, even though fans don't think so.
At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Heat lead by 2. Back after this from the American. Welcome back, folks. We have a close game here at the start of the second quarter of play. And when you consider how the Heat are doing, Stephen Clark, what are your thoughts?
And I thought the defense was key here for this club. They really tightened up and made it difficult on their opponent.
How about the help on the drives and rotations? I mean, they've really been in sync as a unit.
Allen dishes to Cole. On the wing, Battier. Wide open. Gets the bucket. Battier's got the second quarter going with the first basket of the period for the Heat.
You know, it's not so much that the Heat score a lot of points. It's just that they score them in spurts. And it almost is a surprise when they end the possession without scoring or getting an easy shot. So good at spacing the floor and moving the ball.
Well, sometimes when you're at a height disadvantage, that's the way to attack. Go right at your defender.
And Clark, just as you said, the Heat just so efficient offensively. Made about half those shots they took on the year and ended up with the best shooting percentage, Steve, in the NBA.
Well, it was all about floor spacing and LeBron, Kevin. They put shooters everywhere, but LeBron and Wade would attack, and they had really good flow and movement with the ball. I think over time now, that we've given this team 3 years now, it's one of the best offenses in the league.
Anderson kicks to LeBron. Anderson against Butch. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. That one on Kirilenko.
Chris Anderson, known as the Birdman, possibly because he flies above the rim all the time. He's got a huge wingspan, great reach, leaping ability, blocks a lot of shots down there.
Birdman has always been great at defense, and as he keeps adding years in the league, you know, it's an ability of his that has never diminished. That one falls, so he hits both of them.
You know, the Nets really turned things around last season, guys, and a big part of that was them turning around their road record a bit. Turned some of those losses into wins, and much better on the road. It got them the 4th seed in the East. He doesn't really scare a defense at all. You've seen him miss quite a few just like those.
LeBron with it. Williams picks him up. LeBron passes to Allen. Shot from the wing. Misses off the right iron. And for the Nets, who looked so much better when they were out on the road last season, actually ended with the 2nd best road record, Steve, in the Eastern Conference.
And you remember their hot start to the season last year. Well, a lot of that was them coming in ready and winning games on the road. Eventually, they cooled off, made a coaching change, and then all the huge offseason moves. So this is really something to watch this year. A pretty exciting club.
Nets trailed by 3. Evans dishes to Williams. It's Kirilenko on the wing. Outside Terry. What a play! Simply drains it in at the buzzer.
That's large to end the half. That 3 ties it up, and they'll go to the break still neck and neck.
It's all tied in Miami. And we'll have the start of the second half when we come back after the break. But right now, let's go over to Damon Bruce with the Sprint Halftime Show.
Now, presented by Sprint.
Welcome to this afternoon's edition of the Halftime Show. The Heat are giving it everything they've got. They're racking up the assists, great passing in the early going. A nice contribution by Udonis Haslem, giving them a lift. And they've got a big boost from Dwayne Wade as well. And Brooklyn also having a good first half. They've done all the little things, made all the hustle plays, and that's been the difference. Darren Williams is the leading scorer. He's been a man on a mission, and his team is just letting him take over. Look at what he dropped in the first half. And that's it for now. Thanks for stopping in with us. It's time to head back to Kevin Harlan, Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke, who are all ready with a call in the second half.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
Welcome back, everybody. The start of the second half getting underway. Both teams battling hard through the first half. Without question, Darren Williams displaying his skills today.
I think this is the kind of quality performance we expect to see from him. He's always setting the bar high for himself, and sometimes I think you just kind of get numb to how good he really is.
You know, Steve, I think it's doubly difficult to keep up the level of play he does when you know you're the focal point of the other team's defense. And to be able to play like he has when you have a reputation of being the guy, that's impressive.
Let's check out what Doris Burke has for us.
Well, guys, 2 straight titles in Miami since they decided to go small. Coach Eric Spoelstra said, quote, thinking conventionally that first season with LeBron, that was my biggest regret as a coach. I put LeBron in a box. LeBron was a small forward. That's what we knew. But after the Dallas series, we decided to start from scratch. We always talked about how versatile our team was, but we never thought about what that meant. We had to do away with convention. And guys, that started by playing LeBron at the 4.
And with his length and athleticism, he has all the tools. Doris, thank you. back to Garnett. Johnson outside. And it's Brooklyn scoring again.
You're going to be waiting a long time if you're waiting for him to miss that when he's that open.
And if you're just joining us, we've played over a minute here in the third. Here's Chalmers. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. LeBron kicks to Haslem. And he goes big with the dunk over Brook Lopez.
Some hang time on that rim. Puts a little whipped cream on that angel food cake there.
It's a tight ball game, and those displays of strength, Clark, can get one team rolling.
Agreed.
Oh, boy. Whipped cream, cherry on top. It always comes back to dessert for Clark.
And it's slammed in by Garnett.
Textbook example there of how to use defense to create offense.
Yeah, beautiful transition play after the steal all the way to the basket.
Wasted no time going from defense to offense.
It feels like they're starting to pick up the intensity as the game itself starts to get a little more tight and close.
And Chalmers kicks to LeBron. The feather touch on the finger roll. Beautiful.
They've got to continue to put pressure on the defense by probing inside. That's what's really working for them.
And when you're doing the job they are inside, it takes pressure off the perimeter guys.
Here's Williams. 7 points in the game. Passes it to Pierce. Left side Pierce. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Heat out front, leading by just 2. We're going to step aside for just a second, but join us right back here for the start of the 4th quarter. Next. Thanks for joining us again as we get set for the 4th quarter. A terrific game so far. In a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Heat.
Well, they're taking high percentage shots in the paint. I like the way their offense is clicking.
You know, something else I've noticed is just how many of their baskets have been set up by assists throughout the game.
Wade passes to LeBron. And he dunks it down.
Man, where's the defense? I mean, this has been pathetic at both ends.
Yeah, it has been pathetic defensively, but it's been exciting from an offensive standpoint. But if you like defense, then neither one of these teams deserves to win.
Chalmers against Williams. Back to Pierce. From the wing. Hits the front of the rim and out.
Well, it's no wonder he's a bit cold. He's used to getting a lot more shots than he has today.
Wade with it, and it's Johnson picking him up. And the dunk by LeBron.
Well, you know, he's not a guy that's just going to settle for pulling up. When he has an opportunity, he's going to take it strong to the hoop.
1:15 left in the 4th quarter.
It's going to take something special, maybe a miracle for them to come back right now.
How about a little luck?
Well, at least the defender got his money's worth on that one.
Yep, that was an easy whistle for the official.
So the first one drops, and that brings them within 5. And the Nets making a change here. Just checked in. Both good from the line that time.
And crucial that he converted those foul shots. They've got to continue to eat away at this lead.
And Miami shooting around 60% on the night. Amazing work offensively so far. Wade drives in. Right through the knee for the win. And the Heat lead by 6.
He's so reliable. You know, his offense seems to be consistently there for this team.
It falls. And now they trail by just 4.
And that's a difficult shot in the face of a defender that towers over.
Well, you know, he almost seems to enjoy those mismatches, Steve. It gives him a chance to...
Tore it down that time. It's not possible what we just... Clark Is that possible?
Not probable, but it is possible, partner.
It's possible. Not probable. It is possible. I don't know what all that meant, but you're right, Clark.
Williams dishes to Bosch. Johnson with the screen on Bosch. Money! And now they trail by just 4.
Brought back the finger roll. That's a nice finesse move to pull off with the defense all over it.
And he commits the intentional foul. 36 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Wade against Pierce. Wade outside. The dunk and the foul. Powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. Joe Johnson picks one up.
Well, they're getting that lead way up there now. I mean, it should be a stroll to the final whistle from here.
Yeah, this late in the game, it'd be almost impossible for them to blow a lead like this.
And a new group in for the Nets. Reggie Evans, he's checked in for Garnett. Karolinko comes in for Paul Pierce. Jason Terry, he's checked in for Joe Johnson. And it's Livingston in for Darren Williams. Here's Livingston. Nails it! Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5. There's 14 seconds left to play here in the 4th. And that's an intentional foul. He hits the first one, and that increases their lead to 6. And Brooklyn making a change here. Second one is good. Hitting both at the line, and it's a 7-point game.
Good work at the line to stretch that lead out a little bit.
The 3 from Johnson. And again, no good by Brooklyn. And so it's Miami winning this one. They pulled off this win, Clark, with respectable performances on both ends of the floor.
Yeah, I think it was just really a nice overall effort, Kevin.
Well, it's time to say so long. For Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan, along with our 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. Now it's time to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Dwayne Wade.